You just can't make this thing up. You just cannot make this thing up. No. In the UK, when you see black people in a position of power in politics, yeah, you need to keep a sharp eye on them because they are the ones that they use to bring in these Nazi type laws. Now, we see where the pharaohs and the serpent children and the scribes and Pharisees gave the leader of the opposition to a black woman. Yeah. And she is of Nigerian ancestry. Now, this black woman decided to fix her mouth to say she have an immigration plan, and that plan includes bringing in cruel and unusual punishment to the immigrant community. Now, the immigrant community is sectioned in parts. You have legal immigration that comes from the EU, where hundreds of thousands into millions of EU migrants make the UK their home. And when these EU migrants come here, they are automatically entitled to everything. No, they are talking about the system being overcrowded and GP appointments and overcrowding in the schools and all sorts. And they want to blame illegal immigrants and asylum seekers and the ones on work permit, right? Because they are the ones that they are creating the laws to target. But these people, the illegal immigrants, the asylum seekers, and the ones on work permits who happens to be legal, they are not entitled to nothing. So really now, who are you creating these laws for? Because guess what now? We got to start asking critical questions because over the last 25 years, I've witnessed the UK. It's as if they are in competition who can come up with the most cruel and unusual and wicked immigration laws. Just who is coming into Britain? Is it Jesus and his disciples? Is it Mohammed? Is someone coming into Britain of importance that you want to create the laws that you will distress this individual that they will want to leave? Something don't feel right and something is going on, because if the system is overcrowded and you allow legal immigration from the EU, even though a few have left, right? It is not overcrowded because of asylum seekers, illegal immigrants, and people on work permit. It is not overcrowded by them because they are not entitled to anything. So there got to be a bigger agenda, because I notice it is not just the UK, it is also in America where they allow immigration to get out of control and then they come up with these wicked and cruel laws. So something definitely is going on with immigration. And that is why they put this creature, this Kemi creature, to be leader of the opposition, right? Because Kemi herself is from an immigrant background. And how did she end up with her UK citizenship? She fell out of a birth canal in a UK hospital. And her mom took her back to Nigeria and she came back around when she was 15, 16 to the UK. Now, I don't see any articles or any records where the Kemi creature, her family, was in Britain during the 40s, 50s, and 60s working and building the UK, right? Because it is the immigrants that they call on, primarily from the Caribbean, to come and help to rebuild this country so that the EU migrants can flood on into Britain and enjoy everything, right? And then she want to fix her mouth to bring in these laws. And these laws targets illegals and asylum seekers who are not entitled to nothing. So really, just really what is going on, right? And these people want to make it so difficult for the same illegals to access citizenship. No, pay attention to this chess move. Recently, they bring in a system where you have the AI demonic digital visas and digital work permit. So the government will have copies that you have right to work and right to remain, but you won't have a physical copy. And then they turn around and they want to create an environment, or should I say, a situation where you find it difficult, add extended amount of years to when you can apply for a UK passport. Because when they come out with this digital work permit and digital visas, e-visas, they make sure to inform the British public, oh, it's not for you, it's just for the immigrants. You will have your regular UK passport. You see how these people operate? And if the British people think that they will have a physical copy of their UK passport, they need to think again. Because whenever they want to create laws or bring in new policies, they push it on the immigrant community first. They push it down their throats first. And then they recycle it and ship it off to the UK public. Why is it that for the last 20 odd years, these people been going on and on about immigration, on and on, right? At the end of the day, illegal people and asylum seekers are not entitled to anything. How can they burden a system when they cannot access it in the first place? But you ride their backs to create these laws. The people who can access all of these systems that is overcrowded and burdened are legal immigrants from the EU. And a lot of them still live here, right? People open your eyes and realize there is something going on. And I find it very rich that this woman is the one that they're using, right? To bring in these policies. And she probably feels that she's trying to impress someone, right? By bringing in these policies. Kemi, you need to understand it's a big club and you're not a part of it. You need to shut up and sit down when anybody talking about immigration. Because at the end of the day, you end up with a citizenship by falling out of your mother's birth canal in a UK hospital. I don't know if your family or your ancestors put in any work, right? Did they work during the 40s, 50s, and 60s to build this country? Did you earn your British passport? But yet still you want to bring in these Nazi type laws, these wicked, cruel laws. You want to be the mouthpiece for it. The ancestors will be coming, right? Karmic retribution is coming, and they're coming to snatch those bad wigs, right? And those tired braids. We need to pray and say, glory be to the Most High.